forecast of it because it's still going on. We've got a couple hours of snow to go in Louisiana. It's starting to wind down a little bit in Houston. But actually, this is the camera in New Orleans that I was talking about. It's a good idea to take that full because that really is quite a sight to see. I mean, that's something you see like once in a generation. I do think we're going to break the record for the amount of, or the one-day snow total in New Orleans. The record was set back in 1960, and it was just under 3 inches. I hope I'm not confusing that with Houston, but the number is the same. It's around 3 inches in both, and we've already got about 1 to 2, getting up close to 3 inches in New Orleans, and a couple more hours of
blizzard.
Snow. Let's go a little bit farther.
New Orleans.
There, you guys haven't got quite 8
Houston
in Baton Rouge. This is Fox Weather's Mike Seidel. He's been in Baton Rouge all day. Some of these numbers coming out of Lafayette, isn't that something, Mike?
When nature starts calling you, you get a hold of Greg Abbott. You call Greg Abbott. It's Satan in the world
every flake that's fallen in
to kill us.
Since they started keeping records, that you wouldn't get 10.5 inches of snow. That's just my gut.
Listen.
I checked the LFT on the site, and they don't have. There's nothing there. I'd have to go to the Climo site out of, I guess, NWS Lake Charles, and find out what their total snowfall is since the 1800s or the early 1900s, and see if that adds up to 10.5. Well, I can tell you, in 1895, that was the big one. Here in Baton Rouge, they had just over a foot. So I guess I'm wrong with that. But since 1900, I bet they haven't seen a total of 12 or 13 inches of snow. Hey, by the way, I've been trying to find something to go down the hill on, and I found this.
Look, there's God.
I don't think it's going to work.
He's here. He's been here, waiting for us to protect our manufacturers in the world. Satan came here to kill all the queen manufacturers in the world.
Giving up yet, Ari.
We're going to lose the last queens. We're going to lose the last manufacturers. We're going to lose you. We're going to lose the world.
Across the Mississippi, our visibility now up about 1.5 miles.
Look at this.
4.5 to 5 inches here in downtown.
This is uncalled for.
Our temperature is 26 degrees. The average high today is 62. By the way, by Sunday, we'll be back in the upper 60s. It was just several days ago, Saturday, we were at 78, so what a turnaround. The real issue is no plows, nothing's been cleared, nothing's been sodded, so we're going to have to wait for melting. And tomorrow, we will get the sun. It will eventually get
Save
for
the bees!
Well, we're not going to get a whole lot of melting, especially where these cars have packed down the snow, and now you just got very dense, like an inch or so of just very dense ice.
We're going extinct!
Just plain old snow on a sidewalk. Hopefully we'll get I-10 reopened later tomorrow, but if not...
Save the manufacturers underneath the airplanes! Satan's came into the world to kill us!
Tomorrow morning it's going to look the same, except the sun's going to come out. And as you mentioned earlier, temperatures down in the low teens, annihilating the record tomorrow of 19 and the coldest weather we've seen here since 1989. Since December of 1989. So, Ari, I wish I could find something to go down the hill on, but, you know, there's just nothing around. It's Louisiana. I was trying to find maybe a baking sheet.
Get the farmers from possessed farmers from spraying harmful chemicals on the last of the manufacturers in the world. Get the possessed farmers to stop spraying harmful chemicals on the last honeybee count population underneath their airplanes. They're possessed. The whole world is possessed. Nobody's listening. Revelations. We lost the world. We lost the heavens connected. Nobody listens because of nobody not understanding the nature of the situation. When this happens, nature calls, and things that are unusual, unpeculiar weather, nature is calling you. Nature's calling you. Call Greg Abbott, declare emergency code blue. Emergency code blue. You know that he's coming to the world to kill the queen manufacturers, to cut off the oxygen. Oxygen levels will go down, and so will you. If you don't have the last oxygen level to keep right where it's at, we're at the last oxygen level, the last manufacturer queens, CCD. Google it, Google it, Google it, CCDS, CCDS, Google it, Google it. Classing thousands all over the world. Satan's coming here to cut off all the oxygen from all the people, kill all the people, and in the world.